Good morning. I am making this video to my abusers. Angela, because I'm going to start from the most recent. Angela, what you did to me is unimaginable, unforgivable for most. But I walk alongside God, and I have to be forgiving, and I've always been forgiving. But you are a psychopathic narcissist. And you had plenty of opportunities, plenty of times to change the path that you are on, to break the generational curse within your family. But that to you takes too much work. But do you know how much time, energy, effort, and work it takes to manipulate people, to slander people, to hurt people, to steal from people? But doing right by yourself and others is too much work. And I know you don't have any remorse for what you did. But when your judgment day comes, you're going to be sorry. And not sorry for what you did to not only me, but other people. You're going to be sorry that you got caught. Next, so-called cousin Carol. What you did, most would consider unforgivable. Playing both sides of the fence. Doing all these unimaginable things. I never did anything to you. I never talked bad about you. None of that. I considered you one of my very favorite cousins. Because we share the same sign and we're 4 years apart. But what you did was so wrong in many ways. And I know that's all you know because that's what you were taught. You didn't stand up for yourself, nor did you stand up for me. And I always had your back. I mean, I gave you a very rare coin that was worth thousands, and you just tossed it like it was something ordinary. That was pure silver, baby. Pure silver. On to the next so-called Aunt Carol, Aunt Grace. What is seriously wrong with you guys? I always showed y'all love and respect, and all you did was spit in my face. You did things intentionally to hurt me, to try to break me. Wanted to be so two-faced. Wanted to smile in my face, but backstabbed me every single chance you got. And I'm not spending a lot of time on any one of y'all because you don't deserve it. On to the next. Aunt Eva, Uncle Wendell, Cousin Wendell. Really? What actually goes on up here? Like, really? I showed y'all nothing but love, loyalty, respect. And what do? You betray me every chance that you could possibly get. You wanted to belittle me. Try to make me into something that I have never been. I can't seem to completely understand. I understand that it's generational curses. But the positions that you play, the positions, the roles that you have in society, for you to be that way is pretty sickening because you have jobs that are supposed to save people's lives. And you're out here taking people's lives. On to the next. Grandma Carol. You had a hatred towards me my whole life. You never once criticized anyone the way that you criticized me. If I cut my hair, you bitched about it. I dyed my hair, you bitched about it. The way that I dressed because I didn't have a lot of money and I had to get what I could afford still wasn't good enough. You did everything to manipulate me, to belittle me, to just try and break me. You did so much foulness. And you took people's lives. Multiple people. But you wanted to be seen in a godly light. Something that you are extremely far from. On to the next. Sister Barb. Sister Kiera. Really? Barb, let's start with you. There's been a whole list of things because I mainly grew up around you. I looked up to you. Yeah, I talked shit to you when I was a kid. I mean, that's what kids do. But for you to molest me and abuse me in every single sense, and want to make fun of me and everybody that I got close to, you broke me from them because you were jealous. Even my daughter. But if somebody was doing something to you and trying to harm you, I always had your back. Even when I knew you were in the wrong, because that's how much I looked up to you. And Kiara, we technically didn't grow up together. But because I knew you were my sister, I showed you love. I showed you respect. But you just wanted to belittle me, to talk shit about me. You have no idea the things that I had to endure in my life. But you wanted to judge me without even knowing me. On to the next. 2 other family members. Because there's a lot of you. You guys never stood up for me. You never protected me. Even if you didn't do some of the things, you're guilty by association. Because you witnessed it, but you didn't say anything. You didn't do anything. So you're just as guilty as the abuser. To my so-called friends, if you were truly my friend, you would have known way better that I was not involved in things that people conned you into thinking about me. You would have knew better. You would have stood up for me instead of jumping on the slander train and following these demonic entities that are in bodies. On to the next. To my exes and their families. What y'all did was very I am, you see, I was going to say some things that was not very righteous, but I have that control over my words, my thoughts, my emotions. What y'all did to me, I can't even put into words at this moment without saying some very harsh things. Because you put me through hell, literally. Like, no matter the situations that happened, I still showed love. I'm still there, despite the circumstances. Because I am a loyal person. I am a honest person, sometimes too brutally honest. And it's why I control my thoughts, my words, my emotions. Because I know I can be extremely brutally honest. And that, in a sense, can be a form of abuse if you do not manage your words correctly. And that's why I choose certain words that don't have such a severe thrash. And to your families that did me the way that they did me because of your foolishness, just know that what comes around goes around. You tried taking my life. You tried breaking me. You tried all that you could possibly do. And I still came out 10 toes tall. To strangers who didn't even know me but were listening to other people and what they were saying about me, for you to attack me in different ways and manners. You are just as guilty as these abusers. What you have done, not only you hurt yourself, you hurt your families, you hurt your friends. because everything that you do ends up coming right back around. Like I've said, you put out good vibes, good energy. That's what you're going to receive. You give out bad vibes, bad energy. That's what you're going to receive. And I understand people have mental illness and they're not woke and they're under generational curses. But when the facts, hold on. But when the words don't equal up to the facts and actions, that should turn on a light. But you chose not to see that light. You chose to ignore the truth. And so for that, you are just as guilty. And for the people who witnessed me being verbally, mentally, physically, and emotionally, and on some sexually abused, and you just stood by, didn't say anything, didn't stop anyone, didn't do anything, you're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. You don't scare me. You don't intimidate me anymore. I'm not your human punching bag anymore. I am not your scapegoat anymore. You no longer have power and control over any aspect of me in my life anymore. That ship has done sailed and is gone. You are now going to reap the karma for what you have done for many years, many generations. You will no longer get away with any of this. And yes, I call you out. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not intimidated by you. I am no longer a victim of yours. I am a wounded warrior survivor. Keyword survivor. And I will do everything until God takes me to help other people that has gone through things that I have gone through. And to help them change their life for the better. I forgive you not for you, but I forgive you for knowing what was behind all of that. Just know what you've done is going to hurt you so much more than you ever did to me. Because you portrayed yourself to be a person of God, a person of light. And when all of it hits the fan and people actually see you for who you truly are, you're not going to know what to do. Because then you can no longer con people into believing you're somebody you are not. But until next time, lovely people, love, peace, and prosperity.